The South African Federation of Trade Unions has opted not to participate in Cosatu's scheduled shutdown. The union body says it will instead pursue further bilateral discussions with the trade union's leadership in addressing issues raised by the union. To discuss this further, we're joined by SAFTU's Deputy General Secretary, Nontembeko Luzipo. Good morning to you, Nontembeko, and thank you so much for joining us. Now, talk us through what measures or alternative engagements you are going to participate in and why you think this is not a good idea for Cosatu to embark on a national shutdown.
Good morning, Cindy, and good morning to your viewers. Indeed, SAFTU did receive an invitation from Cosatu inviting us to a meeting where they wanted us to participate in their action today, an action that emanates from their central committee they had. And as the national office bearers of SAFTU, we indicated that we don't have a constitutional mandate to agree that we will participate. However, we will need to get a direction from the National Executive Committee of the Federation. Indeed, the meeting set and the meeting, the affiliates indicated that this is rather just a death on its arrival, in the sense that the time frames that we had, we will not be able to deliver, considering that we'll have to convene constitutional structure starting from the NEC, and if NEC agrees, we'll need to have a National Finance Committee so that we can discuss logistics. Moving from there, we'll have to convene provincial shop steward council so that we can mobilize on the ground. Then based on that, we cannot. And secondly, we will remember that coming from the Central Committee, the Cosatu confirmed their support for the coming elections in 2024 of the ANC. So we also felt that we need to have a workers' summit where there are issues that we believe that we want to discuss and get a clarity, so that we don't give a blank checks and sell the members. Because remember, the strike is against the same government that they are confirming that they will be in support. So we rather propose that can they postpone the day of today so that we can first have a summit, the summit that will discuss, and we have a common program in taking forward for the unity of workers. But unfortunately, we'll have to respect the fact that they said that was the highest constitutional structure. Postponement was not an option.
All right, so before we get into the nitty-gritties of what you plan going ahead, I just want to pick on what Tabo from Krugersdorp, caller earlier on, saying exactly that Cosatu is part of the tripartite alliance. They are essentially bedfellows. So how then can they march against the very same government, as you're saying, that they have endorsed and they are supporting? Is this just posturing in your view?
Exactly. That's our view, to say that let us not quickly jump. As much as we agree with the demands, we fully agree with the demands, but it's important to guard and to protect the independence of SAFTU. Let us not just jump when the call is made and accept anything that we might find ourselves being compromised come 2024, because we don't know what is the motive of calling for the strike and such unity at this stage, when on the other hand, they are saying they are supporting the very same butchers that are sitting every day with them to butcher workers. So that is our position, to say let us have an assessment in this approach, and then we can see the way forward.
Yeah, but the draw card is very enticing, because it is a reality that workers are over-indebted, under pressure. There's high levels of unemployment, and let alone the fact that, we're contending with issues around load shedding. So it's a multitude of issues affecting workers. Do you think that is what Cosatu is using here to draw their members into a strike that seems like a futile exercise?
Yes, that's the picture we're also having, to say that I think Cosatu is trying to find the relevancy of themselves, and then after finding this relevance, again, workers will be sold, because We understand that the state, the country we're in, it is a failed state. There is no dispute on that one, because nothing is functioning. Your public hospitals, your police station, the load shedding, your public schools, everything is dysfunctional, and it is under our watch. So that is why we believe that we need to iron out issues so that we know exactly what we are participating on. And it's not the first time we are taking this approach. You will recall that on the 20th of March, we marched with the EFF when they called for, we participated on the EFF march when they were calling for the national shutdown. We had several meetings with the EFF because we don't believe in sectarian approach. We are willing to engage with anyone, but we need to iron out issues when there are issues that we do not understand. Hence, we firmly believe that you cannot, on the other hand, say that in your scenario, one of your decisions is to support the government. Come 2024, you will make sure that all your resources you are pulling out for the victory of the very same government you are saying today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, who are having a challenge on this, therefore we are taking it to the street. To me, there is a serious contradictions on that approach.
Ma'am, we thank you for your time. Really appreciate it. That was SAFTU's Deputy General Secretary, Nontembeko Luzipo, saying that SAFTU is not going to join the march as per the invitation from Cosatu.